Hello and welcome. If you've landed on this page, you are someone who wants to achieve more in your business. You are ambitious and you have a vision. You are likely a woman who is a business owner, who is a total badass at what you do. Like, you definitely know your stuff. You got the skills to pay the bills, and you've always known that you were different. You've always known deep in your heart that you've wanted more, that you're an ambitious go-getter who can produce amazing, radical, transformational results, not only in your business, but in every area of your life. And today, I invite you to take a step towards transformation and ultimate certainty and prosperity. So this is an invitation to a one-of-a-kind, unique opportunity where I will introduce you to a way of being in your business that will totally unleash and liberate a level of power, confidence, and prosperity that you've been taught up until now. You've been taught, trained, and educated to suppress your entire life. I know, because I went through it myself. It's about courage, it's about commitment, and it's about taking bold, audacious, inspired action. It is an experience of personal transformation and business mastery designed specifically for women in business. It is a living, breathing movement, and this is your invitation. It is a living, breathing movement of power, of certainty, proven with real life case studies of women just like you. So I want to ask you a question. How would you like to generate $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, or even $20,000 in coaching or consulting clients every single month on demand? And what if you could count on yourself to make money in your business, heck, to make as much money as you wanted in your business whenever you needed it? What if you could count on yourself to do that? So in the next few minutes, in this short but powerful video, I'm going to share the exact shifts that I've taken in my own life and in my own business, and that I take my clients through, so that they can create $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in sales every single month on demand. And so I want to share this with you. Here's my promise. My promise to you is this. I'm going to show you how to activate 100% sales confidence, position yourself as the undeniable, undisputed expert, and have people chase you down instead of the other way around. How cool is that? I'm going to share the common barriers and mistakes made when selling that hold women back from that heck yes, I'm in right on the spot during their sales conversation. I'm going to share my secret sauce for creating incredibly powerful offers that attract the best, most eager clients and easily sell for $5,000 or 5 figures. I'm also going to share with you the non-negotiable actions you must take now if you want to make more money. The confusion stops here. And the last thing I'm going to share with you today is what my clients and I do to kick fear and self-doubt in the teeth every day that leads to collapsing their monthly income into a day or even a single sale. Like, if you're doing $5K a month or $10K a month or $20K a month, how cool will it be to do that with one sale, without a big list, without a bunch of technology, without an ads budget? You can definitely do it. So before we move on, I just want to let you know that there's nothing for sale here, but I do have a very powerful gift that I want to share with you a little bit later. And that gift has the power to change everything for you. So sit tight, and I'll get to that in a minute. But I just want you to relax, breathe, grab a pen and paper if you don't have one, and take some notes, okay? So here's the brutal truth, and I would definitely want to start here. The brutal truth is this. For most coaches, consultants, and experts, the brutal truth is that they are totally awesome at what they do. Yet they offer low-end programs and services and courses. They're charging low-end hourly rates. And this might be you. You might be burning out doing one-to-one sessions, trying to get more clients to hit the income goal that you want to hit. And you're not charging nearly enough. And you're definitely not charging enough that's in alignment with the transformation that you create. And you're mostly doing this because you're afraid. You're afraid people are going to say, who the heck does she think she is to charge that much? You're afraid people are going to get to the end of the conversation, and instead of hiring you, they're going to say, you're too expensive, I can't afford it, so I'm going to go find someone else. And the last thing you're afraid of is you're afraid of competition. You're comparing yourself to other people, thinking that your pricing has to be in alignment with what someone else is doing. And I want to bring you something brutally honest to the forefront of your mind if you're doing that, especially the comparison thing. Because that means you're pricing your products and services based on somebody else's money mindset. We all have stories when it comes to money, things that have been passed down to us in our families from generations, beliefs, all kinds of things, and behaviors when it comes to money. And so when you look at somebody else's pricing model to price your own services, you're pricing based on their money mindset and not your own. And even the coaches and consultants and the experts who actually do get clients who pay them, they usually will burn out because they don't have a really powerful business model that's simplified, that can be leveraged and scaled. So here's what I know that you know. Posting pictures of yourself all day on Facebook and motivational quotes, that's not going to get you clients. But yet we'll do it anyway to stay busy, right? But I know you already know that. So here's what you must know. If you don't know how to close a sale, your business is doomed. If you're not personally closing for multiple 6 figures or 7 figures, you can't outsource your sales to somebody else. How are you going to lead your sales team? So you must master sales skills first. The other thing that you must know is nothing, absolutely nothing, will increase your profit as much as doubling your sales skills. No lead generation, no affiliates, no events, no social media platforms. And I'm going to show you why in just a little bit. No email marketing, no technique, nothing. And I don't care what you have, how brilliant your brand is, how great your program is, how long you've been in business. If you don't know how to go out, get a client, and close them in a conversation, basically your business doesn't exist. No sales equals no business. You must learn to close. You got to learn how to close sales. You can have funnels, blogs, live streams, content. Bottom line is you've got to know how to sell. Lean in and listen closely when I say this. There are plenty of sales systems on the market. There's a myth and you're searching for this elusive, golden nugget. Maybe if I learn this strategy, or maybe if I get the sales system from this person or that person. And, the things that are out there, some of them are really good and some of them are crap. We'll just say that, okay? But here's what I want you to know. No matter what system or tactic or strategy you buy, whether it's learning how to live stream and sell from live streams, learning how to speak and sell from the stage, learning how to do webinars and sell from a webinar, it doesn't matter, okay? If you get on the phone with a script, or you get out there and you put that system into play over time, after you do it over and over again, you're going to make sales. They all work. To some degree, they all work. So it's not the system, right? If you have a sales script, if you make 1,000 sales calls, eventually you're going to make sales. It's going to work. And the truth of the matter is, the key statement when it comes to sales conversations is you got to get on the phone. And most people are trying to avoid that by putting in some automated process that, people can push a button and buy, and they're wondering why it's not working. The key part of the statement is you got to get on the phone. And that's where people fall down. They make a couple of calls, they make one call, they make no call, they pucker out. And then they get all in their head and the fear steps in, that who am I to do this? Or who am I to, people are going to reject me. All of that stuff just starts coming up. And what happens is you get limited results. And then you begin to blame the system when the system isn't to blame. The real problem is not the system. The system absolutely doesn't matter. I know you're like, Shamika, what the heck are you talking about? Bear with me. All of the problems, challenges, or barriers you feel that you have when it comes to sales that are keeping you stuck are symptoms of a deeper core problem. And that main problem is you have not transformed yourself. There must be a shift within you. And after 10 years of really becoming aware of this and working on myself, and you'll hear my story in just a second, I've seen myself, my clients, and others go through these same transformation and create amazing results. So here's the real problem. The real problem is your mindset and how you show up. The real problem is you haven't made the shift. Once you make it, you will realize that the invisible ceiling on your income was never even there to begin with. Those $5,000, $10,000, $30,000, $50,000, whatever $1,000 months that you've been bumping your head up against, they are not your stopping point. So if you've been stuck at $1,000 a month, or stuck at $5,000 a month, or stuck at $10,000 a month, or stuck at $20,000 a month, you'll realize that's not really your stopping point. And you'll push through to 5, then 6 figures per month faster than you ever thought possible. Once you make the shift, you'll create truly powerful sessions and conversations with people that create massive value, and so much value that you don't even have to handle objections on the conversations, because your clients will see the value that you bring to the table and be inspired to say yes to themselves through working with you, no matter what the price point is. How amazing would that be? Once you make this shift, you'll have complete control over who you work with, how you serve them, and the prices you can command. You'll be able to generate sales on demand by using a sales strategy that establishes you as the go-to authority in your marketplace and adds massive value to your audience. And you'll instantly start charging high-end premium prices and expect people to say yes to paying it. You won't even think about it, and they will pay without batting an eyelash. And you'll make a huge impact on your most ideal clients. These shifts that I'm going to talk to you about today are paramount to getting unstuck and reaching that $10,000 to $50,000 per month that you're looking for, plus and beyond that, and making a bigger impact on your clients. And we're going to dive deep into this in just a minute. I'm also going to show you these shifts, but first, let me take about 45 seconds, just 45 seconds to introduce myself, because you might not know who I am. I'm Shamika Tankerson, and I'm best-selling author of Set Fire to Your Fears and Sell More. And you can find that on Amazon.com. My specialty is helping experts, people who know what they're doing, who can create transformation in the lives, the businesses, the bodies of other people, to engage unparalleled, unprecedented confidence, to establish their authority and make high-dollar sales on demand, baby. I'm a mom, I'm a God girl, I'm a straight shooter, I tell it like it is, and I'm the go-to girl when you want to learn how to sell more, period. I am the sales coach to experts, coaches, consultants, and speakers. And I help entrepreneurs go from 0 to 90% sales conversions. People have show up to me and they can't close the sale. And before you know it, they're closing at 90% and above. I've got 20 years in sales, and as a top producer in every industry that I've been in, this did not come easy to me. I had to work for it. You know, I was a multiple six-figure earner, and then I lost everything. And I've had the most incredible comeback ever getting back to this space. I help my clients use one initial consultation. That's it. Not multiple follow-up conversations, not chasing people around. One initial consultation with a potential client and enroll that client the first time without ever having to chase them, without ever having to lowball or negotiate your rates. None of those things. And without a super long sales process that's all drawn out. I am a total CrossFit junkie. I know I got a little bit excited there. So this is me at some CrossFit competitions. I've been CrossFitting for like 4 years. And the major reason why I started CrossFitting is because actually my first CrossFit workout broke me off. It broke me down, right? And so I was like, this thing's not going to beat me. I'm going to learn how to do this. And so I went for it. And so I've been CrossFitting for 4 years, but what I've learned is CrossFit takes me to the core of who I am. And it takes me to the place where I'm hitting walls and breaking down, and it shows me who I really am when my feet is to the fire and my back is against the wall. And if I can get through that, I can get through anything. And since I've been doing this, my business has been growing like gangbusters. I've also jumped out of a plane at 13,000 feet and actually survived. So this is me. This actually just happened recently. Skydiving. And same thing, here's the thing that I've noticed is there's a correlation into how I address my own fears, things that have nothing to do with my business, and how I take big, bold, audacious action to go get more clients, to raise my rates, to be more visible in my business. There's a direct correlation to that. And so I've written down all of my scary things, the things that I'm a little bit fearful about, and I'm checking them off one by one, because as I grow as a person, my business grows exponentially. And the same is true for you. And so I challenge my clients to do the same thing. So let's jump right into this. Grab your pen. Here are 4 of the most essential shifts that will help you to sell more immediately. Shift number 1. You want to have an incredibly powerful, results-oriented offer or solution. And I know people are thinking, okay, Shamika, I have my offer, it's still not selling, or I have my offer, it's selling pretty good. I want you to hear me when I say this. When you know that your offer is incredibly powerful, what it means is that it is speaking to your ideal clients. What it also means is that you are delivering something that you are supremely confident that you can create results with. Not something you have to Google, not something that makes you feel like, oh, well, if people pay, are they going to get results? You have to be supremely confident, like you know it like the back of your hand. It seems so easy that you probably shouldn't be charging for it. That is the kind of offer that you want to have for your clients. And the offer is more about the language that you use than what's included in it. I'm going to say that again. It's more about the language that you use than what's included in it, because people don't buy results. I mean, people buy results. Funny, people don't buy results. No, they absolutely buy results. They don't buy like sessions and, time frames. We're going to work for 6 months. They don't care about all that. They don't care about your checklist, and they don't care about your assessments. They don't care about any of those things. They don't care about the action plan that you're going to give them. They care about the results. People buy results, so your language must speak to those results. So you want to focus on the outcome they get. What will they get, or what happens for them as a result of the action plan or the sessions and those types of things, and learn how to communicate that so well that when you begin to speak to your ideal clients, they go, wow, you are in my head. That is exactly what I was thinking. I get an email or a message in my Facebook inbox almost every single day with somebody saying that to me. So in order for you to have an incredibly powerful offer, you must understand your clients. and the top of mind awareness problem that's in their mind. And another way to showcase this and to draw them out is to use case studies and testimonials. They will see themselves in your other ideal clients and self-select and raise their hands to work with you. So your offer, it's not so much about what you're doing, whether it's a course or a program or how many sessions. It's about the problem that you solve as your clients see it and how you can help get them out of that. What are they bumping their head up against? And when you can begin to articulate that in the right way, people will not only get it, but they will pay you a premium to experience it. So an incredibly powerful results-oriented offer is shift number 1. Shift number 2, you need an irresistible invitation that encourages an easy yes. And the invitation is actually what happens during your sales conversation. You're inviting them to take the next step towards what it is they say they want, that bigger vision for their life, their legacy, their business, the income goals that they have, their body. I don't know what business you're in, but whatever that big vision is they have for themselves, this irresistible invitation is part of your sales presentation process or conversation process that encourages an easy yes. So I'm going to give you a little bit of breakdown on how to do this, not spend a lot of time, but I want you to get an understanding. So what you don't want to do when you make this offer is you don't want to give them too many options. Oh, you could do this or do that. You can do this or you can do that. Or allow people to choose from a menu of your services. Instead of saying I have this program or that program, what we want to do, and the sweet spot that I feel like is to have 3 offers. And instead of offering each of the 3 of your programs, have those offers separated out into how your clients like to be served. So the way that this would work is you would say something like, well, my highest level program is for the client who likes white glove, they like intimacy, they like all the time accountability, they want a lot of touch bases, they like private, it's kind of like your red carpet, white glove service, right? Everything's included, everything's easy peasy, maybe it's done for you. And then you would say my second level is for someone who is not quite at that level, but maybe what they're looking for is they just want a little bit of access to ask questions if they need to ask questions. They also love to be in community with other people. At this level, this is a group program where when you get encouraged by other people, and when you see someone else succeeding, you get that belief that you can do it too. So this is for that person that just needs some support with here's what to do, but they also want the ability to ask questions. So maybe not quite done for you, white glove kind of thing, but just the ability to be able to say, okay, here's what I'm doing. Am I doing it right? Am I on the right track? And then my lowest level is for somebody that's like, look, just show me what to do and I'll know exactly what to do, right? This is your do-it-yourselfers, okay? So what we're looking at is we're allowing our clients, our prospects on the phone in this irresistible invitation to not think about money, because we're not talking about that, and to not think about all the widgets and pieces that are in your program, but to only select how they would like to be served in accomplishing the goal that they have for themselves. When you do this right, it is a huge conversion booster. This is why my clients close at 90% plus of the conversations that they have. So I hope you wrote that down and I hope you're getting it. All right, let's go to the next one. Shift number 3. You've got to seed your irresistible invitation with a proven structure that converts. So we know there's going to be an invitation in the sales conversation, right? How do you seed it? This is positioning. This is positioning you as the authority, positioning you as the expert, positioning you as the credible solution to their problem prior to them ever getting on the phone with you. Yes, it happens in your content and in your teaching and how you post on social media and how you show up. It happens in all of those spaces, but here's the secret sauce. This proven structure will help you eliminate objections before the prospect ever gets on the phone with you. They will show up pre-sold when you do this right. Again, increasing your conversions. The real magic in this process is not the stuff that happens prior to them scheduling the session with you, but it's what happens. The real magic happens right after they schedule the session. It's what you do after that. So with my clients and with myself, we have an entire system of touch points with the client prior to their session and things that we want to do. One, so that we're screening and making sure we're talking to people who are ready and would qualify to work with us so that we get to choose, as well as, so we have the screening process, as well as a seeding and indoctrination and credibility building process that happens prior to them getting on the phone, so that when they get on the phone, they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I am so ready. Let's talk about how this will work with me. Cool? So prior to the conversation, you're seeding credibility and your offer. But once people apply for your conversation, or once they say, yes, I want to talk to you about working with me in my business, immediately after that, you need to have a credibility building process before they ever get on the phone with you. It works like magic, and I love it. It has changed everything for me. So here's what I want to say. You want to have that process, and you also want to have a proven conversation structure, and here's why. Winging it and hoping and praying and wishing and wanting are not viable strategies. They just don't work. So I want to show you something. So let's look at entrepreneur A here. Let's say she's got a 20% conversion rate. This means that if she talks to 10 people, she will usually close two out of those 10 people. So let's just say she does a consultation a day for the next 4 weeks. That's 20 sessions, right? So if she does 20 sessions with a 20% sales conversion rate, she would get 4 new clients. Okay, just work with me here. Those 4 new clients, if she's selling at $2,500 each, is only going to yield her, it's going to yield her about $10,000 a month income. And that's not bad, right? That's an amazing monthly income. To be $10,000 a month, that means you're at the 6-figure mark. It's good, right? But let's look at this. And this is where the juicy stuff comes in, right? Entrepreneur B closes at 70%. So she's got a 70% conversion rate. So let's say she only does 10 conversations. 10 conversations, half of what the other person did. With 70% conversion, that means she would have 7 new clients in the next couple of weeks, right? Out of those 10 sessions. So she's done less sessions. She's got less clients, right? She's got 7 clients that she's more clients that she's closed at 7, right? But she also is very supremely confident in what she does, and she charges $5,000 for that. That means with less work, right? Less conversations, she brings in 7 new clients and she makes way more money. She brings in $35,000. Let's look at this side by side. So entrepreneur A is bringing in $10,000 a month, while entrepreneur B is bringing in $35,000 a month. And I want to share with you what the shift is. And that is a loss of $25,000 a month because she doesn't know how to close and because she's afraid to raise her rates. That's the shift. The shift is when you're supremely confident at what you're doing, you're not afraid to charge a premium for it because you know that you'll get results. And when you have a proven sales conversation structure and process where you become a closer, where you know how to close a sale, when you know how to walk people through that decision-making process, it takes less conversations for you to make more money. That's the difference. In situation A, that's $130,000 a year. And in situation B, that's a $455,000 a year business. Which one would you rather be? The crazy thing is it takes the same amount of time, whether you're converting at 20% or 70%. If you did 20 conversations, it takes the same amount of time in those conversations. So you increasing your sales skills, like I said earlier, your sales skills increasing is the fastest way, and it's going to make more difference to your bottom line in your business than anything else without ever having to spend more money or anything. Get better at selling, get better at closing, get better at facilitating that conversation. Takes the same amount of time, whether you convert at 20 or 70%. So here's what you need to know. In order for you to master this, you've got to know how to overcome your fear of charging more and selling high-end programs that your dream to work with clients are excited to invest in. You've got to know how to open your capacity to receive more money and just ultimately not push money away or repel it, but welcome in $10,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month. You also need to have a predictable process for totally annihilating I can't afford it and other excuses before the prospect ever gets on the phone with you. And then a repeatable go-to strategy for turning prospects into happy clients in a one-call close without spending countless hours chasing or hunting. You also need to know the number one secret that has my clients achieving sustainable success that no one else is talking about. And this secret will work like gangbusters for you, especially if you've tried mindset courses and getting in the zone, but you're still frustrated with those feast or famine cycles or not enough sales. So let me give you shift number 4, and then we'll move on to shift number 5. You got to be ready for the yes, because money is the energy of commitment, right? You lose sales when you're not ready. You lose sales when you don't take payment info on the spot. I can't tell you. I think about this. You could just answer this for yourself. How many times have you sent someone an invoice and they were like, yeah, let's get started. And you sent them a PayPal link or an invoice and crickets. And then you're chasing them down like, hey, did you get that? Are you ready yet? And they're like, oh, you know what? I thought about it. And you know what? Now's not a good time. And you're like, dang, I thought that was a yes. I always tell my clients, it's not a yes until you have payment in hand. So we want to be ready to take payment and actually run it on the call. So you lose sales when you don't take payment info on the spot, when you can't accept a variety of forms of payments, when you don't prepare your clients for buyer's remorse. That needs to be part of your sales process, letting them know, like you're going to wake up in the moment and have a holy crap moment. What did I just do? I just spent $20K. I just spent $10,000. You know, I just invested $5,000. You got to let them know that moment, that holy crap moment is coming. When you don't celebrate the decision with them to say yes at the end of the call. And when you don't have a clear process of what's next, an onboarding process and a process of what's next, people get shaky. When they give you big money to help them, they're putting their confidence in you. But when you don't have a follow-up process where they know what to expect, or that onboarding them into your program is not crystal clear and smooth, they will panic. Think about it. You give somebody big money and you hear crickets for days. You're thinking, oh man, they took off with my money. I want to back out. Never mind. Or if this is how the process is going to be the entire time, I'm out. So you got to be ready for the yes. Shift number 5, charge more. Charge more. This is a power move. Power move for you. I'm giving you the tip right now. Everybody listening, when you're listening to me, write this down for yourself. Raise your freaking rates. Wherever they are right now, I guarantee you're undercharging. Raise your rates. Because when you raise your rates, you attract clients that are serious about their transformation. When people come to me and they're like, Shamika, everybody I talk to can't afford me. I can't raise my rates. The people that come now can't pay. Pricing is the thing that draws a lot of your clients in. Pricing is based on perception. Think about it. Whenever you see something that costs more or that we consider more expensive, we think it has a higher quality and a higher value. And the same is true of people that we hire to do services for us. They must be the best in their field if they can command that rate. Likewise, if it's too low, even if you have the money, you never go there because you're thinking they can't get the job done. I tell a story quite often about a car, right? So if you needed to purchase a car and you saw a car on the side of the street while you were walking to the bus stop, looked immaculately cleaned, it looked amazing on the outside, and it's had a price tag of $500 on it, and it was a newer model car, the first thing you would think is, that car is going to break down before I get to the stop sign. It's not going to do the job, right? But what you don't know is that the car belongs to a little old lady whose husband just died, and really all she wants to do is bless somebody, and it's worth $5,000, $10,000, $7,000. But likewise, if that same car, as you were passing by, had a $5,000 price tag on it, you would believe, okay, this is a good car. And even if you didn't have the money, you'd save up or you would inquire about it. I want you to think about your pricing in that way. There are people around you who are ready and willing and searching for the solution that you provide, and they're willing to invest at premium price points. But because you look like the shiny car with the low price tag, they're not looking your direction. Also, when you charge more, you can have a greater impact. I'm going to tell another quick story, and then we're going to move on. Here's why you can have greater impact. You can have greater impact because when you charge too little, let's say you charge $1,000 for 3 months to work with you, or $1,500 for 90 days to work with you. I promise you, if you're a real person with real bills, that money is gone immediately, probably within the week or within that month, the first month. And instead of you having your eyes focused on that client, which you have a 3-month agreement with, you are scrambling around trying to find more money so you can pay your bills. When you charge more, you can relax and breathe and give your clients an amazing experience by being there for them, mind, body, and spirit. And you have enough money to create wowing experiences for them in your process, like giving them amazing thank you gifts and all kinds of things where they're raving about you because you're available and you're being impactful instead of chasing cash. And you create a wowing experience because it really is about the experience, especially when we talk about premium rates. It also allows you to work less and earn more. And we just went through a scenario to show you that, right? You charge more, you need to close less sales. You'll have a lower amount of clients that you have to service. I run a boutique coaching and consulting agency. I work with a small amount of clients, but I still run a multiple 6-figure business. But my clients get my undivided attention, right? We are white gloving them every step of the way. So you can work less and earn more with a lot less effort in the shortest amount of time. Here's a bonus shift for you guys. Be the kind of client you desire so that you can confidently charge more. Be the kind of client that you desire so that you can confidently charge more. Here's what I'm saying. When you can't overcome people's money objection to investing at $20,000 or $10,000, most often I can trace that back to the fact that you've never invested at that level yourself because you don't know what it feels like to be scared and have your heart racing and still say yes and then get the result on the other side. You can't possibly walk somebody through confidently making that decision because you've never done it. So that's one thing. You can confidently raise your rates when you know that you confidently invest in yourself all the time. It's not a problem. You're like, yeah, this is what we do. $10,000, yeah, I can do that. $20K, I can do that. $50K, I can do that because you've done it, right? But also invest in you, invest in coaching, not just courses. Courses give you Q&A, but invest in somebody that can personalize it to your business and then be there for you, not just in accountability, but when you hit a wall, when you want to be somewhere in the corner sucking your thumb, you want to have somebody you can reach out to say, hey, how did you get through this? And how can you help me pull myself out of it? Because as you grow, every new level, there's a new devil. It's inevitably going to happen. And most of the time when we're smart, brilliant, and bright, like I know you are, we're like, I got this. I can put my head down. I'm smart enough. I can figure it out. And the next thing you know, you've been figuring it out and figuring it out. And 6 months has gone by and the year has gone by and you're rolling your income goals over to the next year and the next year and the next year. And you're stuck and stagnant at whatever place you're at. You know, if you're at 100K and you've been trying to go to multiple 6 figures, you can't figure out why, because you're trying to figure it out on your own. So sales coaching will help you in that way, but specifically sales coaching will help you close more sales. We can tweak what you're doing in the moment. It will help you enroll more people into your programs. It will help you increase your conversion rate so you can move up to talking to 10 people and having 7, 8, 9, or a total of 10 people saying yes to your offer instead of talking to 10 people to get 2 people to say yes. How would that change your life? Sales coaching will help you get more clients, again, with a lot less effort in the shortest amount of time. So if enrolling people into your premium programs isn't easy for you, you struggle with that a bit, or your sales are down, or you're stagnant, stuck at a level like I talked about, you're bumping your head up against hitting 100K a year. Maybe you've been doing 70, 80 every single year, and you just can't quite get over the 100K month, the 100K mark. Maybe you've been at 100K, but you haven't been able to break into multiple 6 figures. If you're not getting the sales results that you want, or you're not closing and converting at least 50% or higher. So if you talk to 10 people, you should have 5 sales. Go back and look, write it down. If that's not you, you need a sales mentor. You need somebody to help you. You need somebody who knows sales to help you look and see, where do you have holes in your process? What's going wrong in your conversation and your structure and your setup and your entire sales process from beginning to closing the sale. The experience people go through with you that can be shifted to increase that conversion rate to 50% or more. I want to share with you a few of my clients. Audrey increased her sales by $13,000 in just one day by using a sales strategy that I had given her, right? Audrey did a one-day event. So I don't know how many of you guys do live events. It was a one-day workshop where she charged people to be there, and she made an offer. Now, here's the kicker about this workshop. There were only 5 people in the room. So a lot of you think you have to have a lot of people, and really what's missing is, one, you're probably not making an offer at all, or if you do, the structure of the entire event does not support you making the offer, and you don't know how to do it. So with 5 people in the room, she created $13,000 in sales because she had a proven structure that worked. This is Umwa. Umwa doubled her yearly income in the first 6 months of working with me. So whatever she made the previous year, we had already doubled that within the first 6 months of her working with me. She is amazing. She is one of those people just like you who's a badass at what she does. Like, she really, really is. But a lot of times we don't always show up powerfully in our business as we could and take those big, bold actions because we're comparing ourselves. We're doing things that are a little bit outside of our genius, and our offer's a little bit off. And so we tweaked a lot of those things for her, and she got the courage to go out there and sell at a much higher price point. So here's what you need in order to sell more, in order to sell at a premium, in order to double and triple your monthly income, your yearly income. Your offer needs to be crystal clear. It needs to be compelling, inspiring, and connected with your ideal client. It's not about what you want to teach them. It's what they need, what they're saying they need for increased conversions and more sales. Your clients need to come to the conversation pre-sold and talk themselves into working with you. It's not about you coaching and cajoling and doing some, magic abracadabra trick or saying the right thing on the phone that will convince them that, you're dancing and auditioning for American Idol. You're not auditioning. When they come to the conversation with you, they should be pre-sold. Already talk themselves. They know that you're the person. You're their person. You also need to feel supremely confident sharing how much you charge. That confidence has to come from the inside and radiate out, because they will sense it on the other end. And then you've got to smash whatever the biggest belief or fear that is sabotaging your business and your ability to make sales. You got to go in there and uproot that crap. Get it out of there, shift it right now. And you must be able to articulate the value that you bring to the table so powerfully that your ideal clients the quality ones that are willing to pay you a premium, not only gets it, but they are absolutely, without batting an eyelash, willing to pay you a premium to experience it. This is Daphne, and Daphne is actually a more recent client of mine. And this is just from a message that Daphne sent me, and that she's actually one of the case studies that you'll see floating around of my clients. So there's an entire, I think about 45 minutes to an hour long story of Daphne talking about the work that we did together to get her here to this point. But she shot me a message and she said, I'm up to $84,000 in my business already. I'm up to 84K. Right? She's like, I'm letting you know, just for the record, I'm up to 84K and it's only been 2 months. How did I think I could not get there? And so when Daphne came to me, she was like, oh, well, if I could be making like, $6,000 or maybe even $8,000 a month, that would be good. I think she said $6,000 a month. I think I asked her in 6 months, where did she want to be? And so she sent me this message and she's like, oh my gosh, it's only been 2 months. And she's been consistently doing this revenue. I think we're in month 3 now, going into month 4. So I just want you to know that it's possible. Even if right now you don't know how or you can't see how, I can sit down with you and show you how to get there. This is Shayla. So Shayla also came to me. She joined my Supernova Sales School program. And after about, I think 11 months of being in sales school, she knew that she was gifted and good at what she did. She's like, I know my stuff, but people just don't buy, right? She cried for most of our first consultation together because we were getting really real about where she was and what was going on in her business and how she was showing up and what she needed to sell and what level she could sell at, all of those things. So she cried for the majority of her consultation because I don't think most of it was stuff she really wanted to hear, right? But she went from struggling to find clients, period, to creating her first 26, I think it was 23,000. So there's a little bit of a typo there. Her first $23,000 month in 11 months. It took her 11 months to get there. She created her first $23,000 month. And that was really from zero. She couldn't find a client anywhere. So let's just break down how to implement what you've learned from me today so that you're kind of clear what this checklist should look like. So the first thing you need to do is you need to activate 100% sales confidence that commands a premium price point. Get in there, right? Make a list of all your fears and the things that are stopping you and say, you know what? No more. I'm raising my rates and I'm confident about what I'm selling. Okay. Position yourself as the undeniable authority and have people chase you down instead of the other way around. You also need to create incredibly powerful offers that attract the best, most eager, qualified clients, and offers that easily sell for $5,000 or 5 figures. This needs to come from your power zone, your zone of power, something you know like the back of your hand. It will feel like it's the thing that feels like you're taking candy from a baby. Like, oh my gosh, I should be doing something more than this. That's the thing that you're going to sell for 5K or 5 figures. It comes so easy to you. Okay. Master advanced selling skills. And this is non-negotiable. Okay. This isn't hard. This isn't about learning scripts. It's really about how you show up in the conversation more than anything. And you need to master this. If you want to make more money, this is where the confusion stops. Sales is the main thing. It's not about learning how to use social media, run Facebook ads, do sales funnels. If you could just focus on making offers every week, every day, if that was your focus, just knowing that, okay, I'm looking at how many offers have I made today? How many offers have I made this week? I promise you, you will make sales, because if you are not making offers, you are not making sales. I guarantee you that. So that's where you can stop the confusion of what to do next. You got to make the main thing the main thing. And without sales, your business is doomed and dead. You don't have a business. You have a hobby. And then you need to align your actions with your beliefs. If you think you're confident, then be confident. If you think your stuff is the best, then get out there and make sure you sell it to people. When you're selling something you believe in and you know you can get a result, people can't shut you up about it. When you love it and it lights you up from the inside out, you will be trying to give it to everyone. So make sure that your actions are aligned with your beliefs. Raise your rates, kick fear to the curb, kick self-sabotage in the teeth every day. so that you can collapse your monthly income into a day or a single sale without having to spin your wheels, without working yourself into just totally being tired, right? Invest in yourself and don't grow alone. Align your actions with your beliefs. And then finally, create powerful conversations and follow my simple structure to sell more and create clients on demand. If you're watching this video, you should already have access to my sales conversation formula that sells at 98%, like clockwork. Make sure you download that, get intimate with it, and begin to use it today. Here's a truth bomb. There's an obsession at the moment with high ticket this, charge more. Everybody's yelling that, right? And they're right. You should charge more. I'm telling you that too. The problem is it's fine to tell people to charge more, but if you're used to asking your prospects for only $97 or $500, like something happens inside of you. How do you suddenly shift to start asking them for $5,000 or $10,000? And this is why you need that support. You need somebody in your corner that you can borrow their belief, because I can see your genius a mile away. And if you're on here, I know you're a genius. I don't attract people who are not amazing at what they do. So I want to share with you my client, Peggy, who helps women eliminate the stress that's keeping them from living the life that they desire. And before she came to me, she was charging about $150 per hour for her sessions. So we got together and I helped her create her perfect offer. And I think her program is called Fill Your Empty Cup or Fill My Empty Cup. And it's a retreat plus coaching. You know, none of that even really matters. It's the result the clients want. And we increased her prices from $150 per session per hour to $35,000 for this package, with actually less coaching sessions in it. And within a few weeks of us doing that, she got her first $3,500 client, and then her second, and she's been doing it like gangbusters ever since. So as a health coach, we restructured her offerings, and she got her first 2 high-paying clients within a few weeks. Within a few weeks of talking to me. And now she sells at that price point all the time. Full pay or 2 payments is all she offers. And it has been an amazing transformation to watch her on this journey. So now you have a choice. It always comes down to a choice, right? You're only one decision away from changing everything. You really are. So I want you to just take a deep breath right now as I walk you through this, because I want you to hear me and I want you to make an informed, powerful, certain decision. So option 1 is you can take the slow, hard way, right? You can take the knowledge that I've given you right now, which is super powerful. You can take the script, right? And you can do it with lots of trial and error and figure it out on your own, right? You can keep doing what you're doing, shuffling along, taking small steps, hoping to get there, right? By avoiding doing the big, hard, scary thing. And this time next year, if I follow up with you, or you'll find yourself in the exact same position. I know, because it happens all the time. It's happened to me where I was afraid to move forward and I was like, oh, I'll try. And then the year passed by and I'm like, dang, I'm still doing the same thing. Right? Knowing that you need to do something and wishing you'd started back in 2016 or 2017 rather than leaving it for another year. So that's one option that you have. The second option, and the fastest and easiest way, with customized support that's personalized for you and your unique business. The sales script that I've given you, yes, it's a powerful sales script, but we actually customize that for each of my clients in their own business so they know exactly what to say. And that's why they have that 98% close rate. It's not about taking my words, it's about your words and your service and what you offer and making sure it's unique to your clients. So you can bite the bullet, you can swallow your pride or your fear, and you can own that you need to do this and that you need to do it now. Like, are you really willing to wait another year, another month to make things happen? How long have you been rolling your income goals over, your sales goals over, month after month, year after year? How long have you been wanting to hit 6 figures? How long have you been wanting to hit multiple six figures? How long have you wanted to have a 10K month or a 20K month? And you're like, okay, this is going to be the month, and it doesn't happen. How long are you willing to wait? Are you willing to wait? And if your answer to that is a resounding no, then I look forward to connecting with you. Here's how you're going to know if this is for you. You know you want to take action and you're ready and you have the courage to collapse your monthly income into a week, a day, or a sale. All you need is the right steps. This is not for the faint of heart because so much stuff is going to come up while you're doing this. You got to have the courage to face those things, stare those beliefs down, and move forward. And you absolutely can do it. So if that's you, the invitation that I'm about to make is absolutely for you. Chances are you're a person who knows what you want, but the challenge has actually been getting there. Then I want to talk to you. If you're already making sales in your business, otherwise you wouldn't have a business, right? You have a hobby like I talked about before. This is for you. So this is not for somebody who's just starting out and figuring out what they're selling or haven't made a sale at all to anyone. I would like for you to at least have sold, even if it was just to one person, because you got to have an understanding that you have something that people want to buy. You know, quite a few of those sales are most likely coming from referral because you're really, really amazing at what you do. But you want to take it to the next level. You want more control over your sales. You want predictability in your cash flow, and you know more is available to you. And most importantly, you are ready to create a sales positive culture in your business, a business that's focused on selling. Because you know that without sales, you'll never reach the heights that you're looking for. Right? But you know it's not that easy, is it? And you need support. So right now, you're probably stuck on one of these three things. You want to get more high-level customers coming to you in your business, like the right people who understand your value, who see you as like the Christian Louboutin or the Beyonce of your industry, or you want coaching or a consulting business to command premium prices. No more working for peanuts. You want to make sales for $5,000, $10,000, maybe even $20,000 or more. And yes, love, it's doable. And you want it to happen consistently every month without having to hear, I'd love to, but I can't afford it. The other thing is you could likely be working too hard in your business. You're burning yourself out. You're Facebooking, you're webinar, you're live streaming. You're doing freebie session after freebie session. And what you want to know is what actually works to get consistent yeses from qualified prospects and customers to your offers like magic. This isn't for you if you're afraid of or dislike talking about money. If you're like, oh, I just want to help people, this isn't for you. If you're a person who hops from training to training, you binge watch live streams, and that's all you're ever doing, never really implementing, you're in love with the same old regurgitated info that's out there, you think you have to do it this cookie cutter way that everybody tells you, and you're looking for some magic pixie dust for somebody to sprinkle on you where you can sit back and not have to do a single solitary thing. If you're looking for that kind of way to sell without selling, this is not for you. Sales is not a bad thing. I'm going to show you how to make it very powerful for you and for your clients. So here are those prerequisites to qualify to work with me before you even apply. So I'll tell you now, you can apply by pushing, there's a button below this video. You can click that button and apply for a session. But here's what you want to know before you do that. You have to offer a service that solves people's problems or pain. A deeply transformational service. So this is not for people who sell like window shingles, things like that, right? A service that solves people's problems or pain, and you need to be badass at it. Like you need to know your stuff. You also must be coachable, decisive, and an action taker. If that's you, go ahead and apply. So you're going to apply for a straight up sales strategy session with me. And what we're going to do during that session, so you will apply. There will be an assessment that you would need to complete. Once my team and I review your answers to that question, you will know if your application has been accepted, because we will shoot you an email message that tells you that your application has been accepted and that you are in. And that your appointment will remain the same. If it's not, then someone on my team will reach out to you, let you know that your appointment has been canceled, and we will provide you with a resource or point you in the right direction if we feel like we cannot support you. Okay? But what we will do during this time together is we will assess your current sales model. We will review and help you on your offer that sells on the spot. So I want to look at what you're selling now and kind of give you some pointers around that. I'm going to pinpoint mistakes and determine where the disconnect is that's costing you money and clients, uncover any hidden fears or limiting beliefs that may be blocking and sabotaging your sales. We're going to look at what you're doing right now that you should be doing a lot more of, and what you should be doing less of. And then I will map out the exact steps that you need to boost your sales and your enrollment conversion rate and save hours in your day. So again, you can either do one of two things. You can click the button at the bottom of this video, which is there's a link right there, or you can go to just type in this website, bit.ly/10K permission. That will also take you to the application process. So either click the button that's on the bottom of this video or type in bit.ly/10K permission. 10K permission. So I want to wrap up with this. The most important thing that you need to succeed is belief. If you truly believe, like really, really believe at your very, very core that something is possible, everything else flows from there. Everything else flows from there. The confidence, the action, the execution, the client, it all flows from your belief. And like I said earlier, words convey what you think. Actions demonstrate what you believe. If you're ready for more, apply today. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll talk soon.